Well, folks, here I am with our end of season chat with Montrose FC's manager, Mr. Stuart Peary. Well, look, there's no other place, I'm afraid, to start than Saturday and how you're feeling about all of that.
What day is it now?
It's Friday.
It's Friday, so we're getting there day by day. It's getting easier. I think I'm like everybody else connected with the club. We're gutted.
Yeah.
We're gutted for 3/4 of the game. We're the better team. Up here, both halves. The first half down there, and second half we change it. And again, that's something that I'll look back on and reflect on if we maybe should have changed shape or personnel. But we did what we thought was right at the time, and we were 3-0 up in the tie. And ultimately, fair play to Airdrie. I thought they were excellent second half, and they bombarded us. It wasn't through great football, it was just through real pressure and some super finishes from Smith. I thought a hat-trick at that level and that time in the game was outstanding. So yeah, we tip our hat to them, but it's a sore one. There's no doubt about that. To be 3-0 up in the game at half time and then score with Lewis Millen by a counter attack, which we'd planned during the game, worked a treat. If it maybe held on for 5 minutes, but plenty of ifs and buts. We didn't hold on to scoring, and they got a lift again. The crowd were behind them, and then they scored 2. And I thought by the time injury extra time came round, we were flat and we were out on our feet at that stage. And I thought we were going to struggle in extra time, and we did. Albeit the boys give you everything, and so. A sore one for them because we've come so close again. But we'll just have to pick ourselves up and go again.
I mean, I didn't go to the game because I'd gone to the last 2, and I was thinking I'm feeling like a bit of a Jonah here, so I'm not going to go. But the thing that I found really impressive actually about the aftermath of all this is the messages that you're seeing on the likes of Facebook, etc., where the players and the fans are all together and united on this and saying, do you know what, we should be really proud of everything we've done, including being part of that amazing game. And even the Airdrie fans actually saying, you know what, that was a tremendous game that you were part of.
Yeah, there's no doubt it'll go down in history as one of the great games between the two clubs. There's no question of that. The tie itself, I thought the tie was excellent with quality throughout the tie and in both games, considering the pressure that the boys were under. I guess which was maybe harder for us is we couldn't really thank the fans properly at the end, just due to the fact of the pitch invasion. So I didn't hang about overly long on the pitch. I was off the pitch pretty quick. So it'd be nice to go over to see the fans and clap them and maybe even get a chat with them. But the change room was obviously flat at the end. There's no question of that. The guys were gutted, like all supporters and everybody connected with the club, directors, staff, the whole lot. So. I guess again it's a learning thing for us. We're getting closer. Over the 3 years, we made sure that we weren't going to concede early on down at Airdrie, and it worked a treat with Cammy playing where he played, gets his goals, and you're thinking at half time, right, here we go, we've got 45 minutes. We knew they'd come at us, there's no doubt about that. Ian makes 2 subs and they're basically going 5 up front. Which is nothing to lose, so sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's easier that way, but
you don't have to think about it.
But fair play to them. The final will be close. I watched the first leg last night, so I've no doubt that the return leg on Sunday, I think it is, will be a tight affair again. But as I say, we'll just now rebuild. We'll get a rest over the summer, and then we'll come back pre-season.
I did watch the game last night. Now my Gaelics no brilliant, but I heard Montrose mentioned about 15 times in the first 10 minutes. So they were obviously talking about the game and quite rightly so. I mean, you're talking about moving forward, and I suppose, but I'm going to say one final thing about Saturday. If it's good enough for Man City, surely it's good enough for Montrose. Do you know what I mean? Because that they had the same thing happen to them. I mean, it was unbelievable.
It's playoff football. I think if you look at the other games, Forfar lose a goal in the last minute, Dunfermline lose a goal in the last minute. So it happens, and it'll happen next season again.
Yeah.
Hopefully
nobody else.
hopefully it's some say you're on the right end of a goal in the last minute at playoffs. Because that's obviously Morton away last year, a cross-come shot. With about a minute or 2 minutes to go, and I guess a scramble on Saturday with about 5 minutes to go, albeit there was plenty extra time to be played. But we'll reflect on it, but we'll be proud of what the boys have done and what we've all achieved as a club. But it's still hurting. There's no doubt about that, and there's no an hour goes by that we're thinking about the game or waking up during the night and changing the team again. But that'll continue to happen. That's part and parcel of being a manager, and part and parcel of being part of player football, I guess. We'd rather be in it than sitting fifth or sixth. So there's, as I said after the game, there's worse things happening in the world than losing a game of football. But it was terrific to see all the fans here on the first game, and then again following us away from home was magnificent.
It was tremendous.
It was great, and I had the family in there as well, which made it even harder to go over and clap to the fans. But no, it was good, and we're proud of ourselves. We certainly gave an account of ourselves and gave Airdrie a fright, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And bearing in mind that they'd gone 20 odd games without losing. Right. They'd only lost twice to Montrose in the last, since probably November. So it shows you how good they are, and then credit to Ian. And if they do go up, they're certainly worthy of going up, that's for sure.
Yeah. So look, if you take the season, is there one moment, a moment you go, that was my highlight so far? You go, that was either a great performance, or you feel you did something right as a team, coaching team. Have you got a highlight?
I think Falkirk away winning 3-0 at Falkirk Stadium was a special day for us to play so well and outplay Falkirk, who are again a full-time club, which as said when we beat them at home that they didn't come around a lot, but the next time we go away from home and we win 3-0, and for Ross to score as well, was a special day for us all. So probably that, among there's plenty of other highlights in there, Ross, but that was one that certainly was right up there, no doubt about that.
Apart from Saturday, is there a day where you've gone home and thought, I've had better days?
There's been a few of them. There's been a few. I think at home this season we've probably been a bit frustrated, and a lot of that comes down to it's our own success that now breeds that clubs are coming up and a draw's a good result at Links Park. Whereas maybe years gone by, teams came up here and said, oh, we'll beat Montrose, so they played more open. Now we'll go into next season and we'll think about home games a lot more on how to approach them, because we all get frustrated and we all think we should be winning these games, but I think when we've played Dumbarton and not been able to beat Dumbarton here twice, Clyde took points off us, Alloa's taking points and not beat Alloa. All these teams are fighting for something as well, so we've not got a God-given right to win home matches, but something that will change the way we think about the games going forward next season. I think probably the one when we go up to Cove and we've got a chance of getting really close to them, and that's us on the back. I think we were probably 18 games. It's just ridiculous that clubs are putting these runs together, and we got beat, and that was a hard one because it kind of deflated us. And I think we lost the next week. Would it be right to say we lost next week to Airdrie, or very soon away Airdrie 4-1, which was never a 4-1 game, but that's just the way football is. But the one up at Cove, I thought if we'd have won that one, we'd had a serious chance. But unfortunately, we didn't, and the rest of history. Cove going 26 games unbeaten, which is ludicrous as well.
Take the time. It's like you're saying, there's us with a great run, Airdrie with a great run, them with a great run. There's some great teams.
I think they said that after any other season, Airdrie would have won the league. They finished 20 points above Queen's Park, who are in fourth. It's just madness. But the game's tight going into Sunday, so we'll see.
Yeah. So obviously we're going to closing. What's your plans? What's your thoughts for strengthening the team?
It's certainly got strengthened. There's no doubt about that. I think when you look across the board, Dunfermline coming in, strong side. Falkirk could be better under John McGlynn. There's no question of that. Whether it's Airdrie or Queen's, if it's Queen's Park, and I know that speaking of Oni, they're going to strengthen. They've got a new stadium which will suit them. Allo will be better under Chipper, there's no doubt about that. He had them organised towards the end of the season and playing some good stuff. Kelty come in, depending on how Kelty's budget is. We know they blew everybody out the water in the Lowland League and Division 2, so they'll be strong, and not everybody else will improve. Whether it's Edinburgh or Annan, Edinburgh, if it is Edinburgh, they move to a new stadium. Great. If it's Annan, it's a difficult away trip, we all know that, going down to Annan. So, and then you have the other ones that have been regular in the first division. You'd expect them all to improve as well. So we need to improve. It's as simple as that. We need to bring better in to the squad, and then, as I say, there's 2 or 3 areas that we certainly need to look to strengthen them, and we're already working on that at the moment. So hopefully we'll have some news on these sooner rather than later.
I mean, when you actually mention some of those teams, what a fantastic league we're going to be a part of,
It's
eh?
going to be great.
It really is exciting.
Yeah.
Folk forget that. I mean, it is a challenge, these games, but that's the beauty of being at this level.
Well, it's no doubt to be able to go and play at stadiums like Falkirk and Dunfermline, to have these stadiums in the first division is they shouldn't be in that division to start with, but that's a different story. But it's great for the guys. It's great for me as a manager and the rest of the staff to go and pit our wits at stadiums like that in front of thousands of people as well, because they've got a big following, the two of them. So we'll look forward to that. But again, we'll look forward to the rivalry with the guys that have been in the league for several years now, West. So it's always great to go and play against them as well.
Yeah. And the thing is, we're talking about a close season, but there isn't long really, because the reality, and this will be for fans out there who want to know, 25th of this month, that's the Premier Sports Cup draw, is taking place then. And then our new season fixtures, they come out on the 17th of June. So, I mean, it's not long before you're already starting to plan these next games.
We're back in, I think it'll be the first or the second week of June, we're back in pre-season already, so you've got time to go for a toilet and get a haircut. That's about it. So, it's no the case of where it was before, where you're 8-9 weeks off here.
Yeah.
The guys will get 5 weeks off, and then we'll be back in preparing. The first game is the weekend of the 9th of July, which is just the day after our summer lunch, so we'll be in fine fettle then for that one.
That was well planned.
It's an evening kick-off, I hope.
It will be now. Sunday fixture.
So that's as quickly as it's back. We're back the 9th of July, so we'll be back in round about the 9th, 10th of June pre-season, so it's only a month off for the guys, and they've certainly earned a well-earned rest, that's for sure. So, and they'll come back and they'll be hunting as well as we're all hunting with a finish, but I think when we look at the bigger picture, we need to be proud of. I'm certainly proud of the boys and what they achieved this season, no doubt about that.
Yeah, I think everybody is, without a shadow of a doubt. So have you got any plans yourself for the tiny wee short holiday you've got?
No immediate plans at the moment, just trying to finalise the guys that are out of contract and finalise these guys first and foremost. It's what we'll always do, and then we'll look to strengthen after that once we decide who's staying or if there's any of them are leaving the club. For one reason or another, obviously the loan guys will go back to their parent clubs, and we thank them for allowing us to have Cammy again, and Lyle's been a breath of fresh air, outstanding. Tremendous. So it got huge futures ahead of the two of them, no doubt about that. They'll be playing full-time football, so whether we see them again, hopefully we don't to a certain extent, but if we do, then I'm sure they'll be a welcome addition, that's for sure. And then we'll speak to the rest of the guys that are out of contract. Once we get that sorted, then we'll look to strengthen the squad, and then by that time we'll be back in training. So, but yeah, I've got a couple of weekends away and stuff like that, but nothing overly planned yet. I'm going away with the girls in June, just for a few days over in Spain, so that'll be nice to get them.
Wild times.
Oh, yeah, I'll get
Spain be mourned.
Well, them two. Or one of them anyway.
We all know who we're talking about.
Looking forward to that. Taking them away for a few days, so that'll be great. But apart from that, nothing else planned.
I mean, what you're saying there, it's the life of a manager. It is constant. You're never away from it. You never actually stop really thinking about the game and the team.
No, you don't. That's part and parcel. I think even maybe not so much as a player, you could just play and you forgot about it. As a manager or part of a management team, that we're always thinking about the game. Like I'm constantly still on the phone to Ross, which is a pain in the arse. But no, we're still getting venues for pre-season games, players, and then you're always looking at other things that how can we improve. There's tweaks that we need done out with what the supporters want to see, but there's bits and pieces that are going to improve within the club and make us as professional as we can, with the backing of the board is outstanding, so there is a few wee tweaks to do, but you're always thinking about the game. I think it's now a 52-week year job anyway. There's no case of you just put the folder away and forget about it, so we'll strive to, as I say, what drives us more than anything else is the determination to make this club better and get this club to where we want it to get to. So that certainly doesn't wane, and we need to be right on our mettle and on our toes to do that.
Well, the one thing for sure is this team is definitely in a far better position than it was before your arrival. So you know we're all incredibly grateful of everything you've done, along with the rest of the team, as you always mention.
Yeah, as I said, it's the job's made easy by who you work for, and the board of directors and John, who I work for, make it easy, and the staff that we have here is outstanding, and that's not just coaching staff, that's all staff within yourself, the girls, hospitality, the office staff, and then the playing staff. So it makes the job easier, that's for sure. We will have our bad days, there's no doubt about that. We'll go in next season and we'll have weeks where we're not winning football matches, but I'm sure with the squad we have and what we'll add to it, that we'll be all right next year.
I for one, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be great. Some good teams. I mean, the reality is, you know, when that was full at the beginning and we were all, you know, depressed about it, it's amazing how when you get through a whiskey, you just forget about the last season. You just move on to the next one.
That was full at 4:05 on Saturday past.
I'm not going to lie. I had 2.5 bottles of red wine on Saturday night. That's how I got through it.
The bottle last night.
Anyway, look, take care of yourself, buddy, and I am genuinely really looking forward to next season.
Right, cheers.
Take care.
Thanks, guys.
See you, bud.
Cheers.